He just crossed the century mark last week with 102 yards. It's the Raiders and the Pats, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other... Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. With a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now Brown. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Okay, ready?
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. Takes it to about the 37. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 9 carries, 73 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
A pass complete downfield to Renfro.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a give to Jacobs running right. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Can we just take that run and turn it into kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. The rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week.
20 carries, 51 yards and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Jones got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll find Parker again, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights on in our meeting room and run through a situation.
The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The open man here, Renfro. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Raiders at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run again with Harris, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Jones on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here comes the offense again. And let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run right here with Jacobs. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw. Being chased out left. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Meanwhile, Jones' throw there complete to Myers. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw again. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To try again after the sack. Jones under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Oh, what a move. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here's Jones. Off play action. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we reach. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Okay, break.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
69 yards on the ground for him so far.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 30. A good pickup there at 22.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And it's complete to Adams. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Raiders! Darren Waller, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it is 28-0. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. We saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
That's taken in by Callaway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Jones.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Here's A.J. Cole now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
New England's offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the 17, Jones.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for a Patriots. First and 10.
Throwing Jones. And that's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough.
Off the play fake. Jones. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down and 4. Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Myers.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them to first. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Jones now on 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, he rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 40. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
102 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll keep it himself.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. He's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Carlson now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
New England trying to get to place on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Checking this down is Stevenson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their...
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face and an instrumental.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bad good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma turn on them just like my keys dropping. On a dinner work, my thoughts I keep confidential. It's consequential, philosophies unidentical. I'm not India, my Siamese brother Benjamin. That's how I stick to him, these diamond bees, all BBs. I call them Vivica, skating underneath the bridge. Stay hustling as it is, make money, feed the kids. Ain't nothing in the fridge, wake up.
It's Madden NFL 23, and at center stage, it's the Raiders' leader at quarterback. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Raiders and the Cowboys, and it comes your way next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe link.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 20 carries, 111 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 17 carries, 76 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A first down throw for Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
The Raiders are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
Now here's a throw that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw here. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw taken in by Landry.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
2nd and 7 from the 20. A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Holding, offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Nifty move. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. On play action, they'll throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Past the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Prescott on first down. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 16. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll drop the throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
This will be fielded at the 17.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And that will come the offense as they take over. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season. The weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
53 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. To throw again on second down. Prescott over the middle, complete. That's Elliott.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
He's got room at the 30.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Left side to Lamb.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Off the play fake, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jarvis Landry, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield.
Touchdown! Devontae Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Prescott now. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Raiders offense ready to go. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes...
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
They're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and that will tie things at 17-all. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-to-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raiders heading out to take over. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. He goes 52 yards on the punt return. And the Cowboys have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. He's going to keep this again. Excellent job on the keeper, 20 yards and a 1st down. Well, with him trailing here in the 2nd half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. The open man here, Renfro.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Raiders pick it up. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Prescott.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
On the option, here's Elliott. And he's got it to about the 40.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range. Gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And able to work his way down to the 16. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On second down, Elliott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott, and that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
So now London down by 7, and time a huge factor. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us
I'm downstairs. You mean? Girl, I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses. You know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5. That was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your